Chris Martenson, Prosper, How to Prepare for the Future and Create a World Worth Inheriting. In the book summary of Prosper, How to Prepare for the Future and Create a World Worth Inheriting, Chris Martenson dives deep into the 3 E's: economy, energy, and environment, revealing the unsustainability of the current economic models. This eye-opening summary shows how the world's dependency on finite fossil fuel resources and constant growth puts immense pressure on the environment and energy supplies. Be ready to grasp the importance of preparing and developing resilience in a world where resources are dwindling, and a major change is around the corner.
The 3 E's and the Future. The book explores the 3 interconnected aspects of the economy, energy, and environment, and how their continuous but unsustainable growth is leading to a future crisis. The use of fossil fuels, which are finite resources, and the lack of transition to alternative energy sources are putting a strain on the environment and shrinking energy supplies. Economists focus on continual economic growth, which requires increasing energy consumption, is exacerbating the problem. The author emphasizes the need for resilience and preparation for a future that will be defined by ecological damage and resource scarcity. The survival and prosperity of humanity will depend on addressing these issues and transitioning to a more sustainable future. Sustainable prosperity. Embracing a new narrative that prioritizes sustainable prosperity is critical to securing a resilient future. Most people blindly accept the notion that growth equals progress, but this belief poses a threat to our well-being. It's time to challenge this narrative and adjust our mindset and lifestyle. This means questioning commonly held beliefs such as the necessity of annual GDP growth or the infallibility of the Federal Reserve and U.S. banks. Building resilience is key to overcoming challenges that come our way. We can accumulate resources and capabilities in 8 forms of capital to achieve this. Making incremental changes, such as storing a gallon of water or using a combination of fuel sources to heat our homes, can lead to more significant action. Ultimately, focusing on sustainable prosperity will help us become more self-sufficient and better prepared for any adversity that comes our way. Building financial resilience. The U.S. income and capital gains tax rates are low, but with expanding government debt, taxes are set to rise in the future. The author recommends minimizing tax exposure and developing a contingency plan for retirement. The book highlights that a serious economic crisis is on the horizon, so it advises investing in tangible hard assets to protect yourself if paper currency's value drops. The author recommends strategies to build financial resilience, such as creating a resilience-building fund, holding passive income-generating investments, divesting stocks and bonds, and buying gold and silver. The book also stresses the importance of having emergency savings, multiple income streams, and investments in sustainable and local businesses. The message is clear: to build and retain wealth in the coming decades, you need to prioritize financial resilience and investment in tangible assets over paper assets. The power of authentic relationships. Humans thrive on social connections and gain social capital from nourishing relationships with loved ones and the community. Building authentic relationships involves community involvement, volunteering, taking a leadership role and stepping up in times of need. Giving back to others creates a positive difference in their lives and acts as a social insurance policy. Learning to receive gracefully is also important. Time is valuable, and the key to happiness and fulfillment lies in sharing experiences and life cycle events with loved ones. Building your living capital. Your health and livelihood are your living capital, which include water, soil, plants, animals, and insects. Instead of solely consuming, we need to work towards regeneration. Our actions have an impact on the environment, and we need to become agents of regeneration. Caring for our health is the first step in building our living capital. Following permaculture principles like letting nature do all the work and using accumulator plants that replenish soil with nutrients can result in incredible regeneration. The prevailing cultural narrative is that humans consume and the earth provides. This perspective is dwindling our living capital, and we are the first ones in history who will eventually hit Earth's limits to growth. We need to recognize the significance of our health, well-being, and living surroundings. Our living capital is critical for human existence. It is what provides us with the essentials we require to survive. Building your living capital begins with taking care of yourself. Eating nutritious foods, getting regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and reducing stress are pivotal elements of becoming fit. From there, one should adopt the principles of permaculture. It is a set of revolutionary guidelines that depart from the conventional way of living. The first principle is, the problem contains the solution, and the second principle is, let nature do all the work. The power of permaculture is in allowing nature to regenerate what we consume. Accumulators are an example of using the principles of permaculture. They are plants that replenish the soil with essential macronutrients and help regenerate the environment. Start by putting regenerative practices into use whenever possible, such as trying to grow some of your food. Material wealth and community investing. The book emphasizes the importance of strategic investments in material capital for a secure future. This includes purchasing farmable land, energy-producing systems, and investing in the community. The author suggests sharing the cost of generators, tractors, and other equipment with neighbors to reduce individual burdens and strengthen community bonds. In addition, the book encourages investing in locally sourced supplies and preparing for emergencies by stockpiling essential items such as food, water, radio, and blankets. By taking proactive steps towards building material wealth and community bonds, the reader can minimize their fears and anxieties about the future. Building knowledge capital. Your skills and knowledge are an invaluable asset that can improve your life and the world. Combining your skills with theoretical knowledge creates a unique set of knowledge capital. Don't get caught up in the consumerism narrative, invest time in practical skills that align with your passions and goals. Mastery takes effort, but it's worth the climb, and it prepares you for potential crises. Choose to build your knowledge capital, and you'll have the resources to create better solutions and achieve greater happiness. Building emotional capital. The ability to handle stress and uncertainty is crucial for success in life. To achieve this, one must amass emotional capital. This involves understanding and controlling inner narratives, developing coping mechanisms, and utilizing tools such as goal setting, mental rehearsal, visualization, and self-talk. By changing negative narratives into positive ones, we can change our behaviors and actions for the better. Developing emotional resilience before a crisis strikes can greatly reduce vulnerability. Don't let life slip by as a rehearsal, take action now to boost your quality of life. Building cultural capital. Developing a deeper understanding of your culture and surroundings is crucial in building cultural capital. One can either adapt to it or move to another place that aligns with their beliefs and values. Seeking subcultures can also help in achieving one's goals within their community. When considering relocation, setting priorities and conducting research can help in finding the best area for you to thrive. The power of time capital. Learn how utilizing your time wisely can lead to a prosperous future. The current economic model is unstable, and by analyzing the 3 E's, we can see that changes are coming within the next 20 years. To avoid procrastination, educate yourself, monitor world issues and events, and create an action plan. By doing so, you can prepare yourself for the inevitable crisis and ensure long-term satisfaction and success.
Martenson's profound exploration of the 3 E's and the unsustainable nature of our current economic models enlightens the readers on the necessity of building resilience for the coming decades. He encourages questioning ingrained beliefs in unending growth and urges adopting a new mindset that focuses on sustainable prosperity. By investing in tangible assets and building up different forms of capital such as social, living, material, knowledge, and emotional capital, readers can increase their resilience in an ever-changing world. Ultimately, the summary of A Prosper provides the foundation for a plan to thrive, adapt, and prepare for the inevitable changes up to 2035, fostering a world worth inheriting.